kujja ebisonga songa tekiri mu mateeka ekyo kyonna kye bakola. So twagala babuuza kyemutegeeza NUP mugisibyemu emiguwa ne mugamba tegenda kutambula, naye abalala bonna mubaleke batambule. Tetugamba nti bali nabo babagaane, bali batambule naye naffe batuleke tukole ebyaffe. Enugu bweba nga gye balina yakuba nti ffe tubeera n'abantu bangi nnyo tetulina kyabakolera. Sorry. Kati, Madam Deputy President, let me invite you to invite the President. Mpozi nekisembayo mu baluwa eno tubategeezezza nti bweba balina ensonga ey'eggumba gye balina, tuli ready, tuli available, batuyite twogere nabo tubawulirize biki bye bagamba, baleme okutuulayo bakole press conferences. Bwaba balina ensonga ng'erimu eggumba ekyo mukiwulire nga eri legitimate yonna batuyite tutuule naffe twanjule ensonga zaffe. Mwebale nnyo.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Secretary General. People power, our power, people power, our power, kunga Busoga kunga. Without wasting time, Your Excellency, the de facto and de jure President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Ngobi, Obini, and all the other names, and the Right Honorable Secretary General, the Leader of Opposition, Honorable Joel, and all protocol observed in the interest of time, and you, our allies, in terms of taking our voices there, we do not take it for granted. Yesterday was yet another awakening the great role you play as media people. Mwebale. Yes, we are continuing as per our notice, as per our program, because it is very legal, because it is constitutional. The President is going to talk about it. We are here today by choice to civilly, in a civil manner, communicate and address and recommit that we are going to go ahead with our civil and civic duty as a political party. I am humbled and honored to be part of this journey. And I know the day is very soon when our tears are going to drop, not because of the brutality, but because God answered our prayers and our resilience delivered that new Uganda. On that note, and having congratulated the team Busoga, Mwebale, we have not reached Kamuli, and we are going to be in Kamuli. As requested, mine is to reaffirm our commitment. Mine is to reaffirm also my personal commitment to be on this trip, to be on this journey. And also, let us not go back to our closet. I want to call upon all the women of Uganda. You should have been in Busoga yesterday. Women with babies on their backs, running with us. I was propelled out of the comfort of a vehicle to run with these women, to run for Uganda, to run as a statement. We cannot keep silent. We cannot sit down anymore. We have to continue to not only make restless noises, but to act restless in terms of reclaiming our rightful space and reaching out to our people wherever they are. Your Excellency, with that, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to communicate. Please do not think this is an act of cowardice. We retreated. No, we retreated because it is the most civil thing to do. We are a political party that goes back to the drawing board and sits and we communicate. We also listen. Many of you are advising us. We listen. And thank you so much. Your Excellency, please come and give us that word of wisdom and light the fire.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power. Our power. People power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere. Iyo iyo. Iyo iyo. Iyo iyo. Iyo iyo. Iyo iyo. Iyo iyo. Abe Busoga we mukurikeyo bambi mwebale mekaluya we mwebale mwena mwekaza. People power. Our power. NUP everywhere. Thank you very much, comrades. Please take the seats. Thank you, Madam Deputy President, Comrade Secretary General, Leader of Opposition, Leader of our Opposition, of our parliamentary team, our National Mobilizer, Comrade Members of Parliament, other leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I salute you. So much has been said. I just want to add my voice, appreciating the people of Busoga, the leaders of Busoga most importantly. Thank you very much. Thank you, the foot soldiers of Busoga, the supporters, the members. We salute you once again. Give them a big round of applause. The leaders headed by Comrade Kaluya, Honorable Mwiru, our deputy spokespersons, all the leaders of Busoga. You did an amazing job yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank the people of Busoga, the masses that showed up, braved tear gas, braved live bullets, braved intimidation to come and show us solidarity. Thank you very much. We don't take it for granted. That is what the regime fears. They fear people. They fear the truth. And every time you come out in large numbers, you confirm to us that what we're believing in is not wrong. We salute you. Thank you very much. The people of Kamuli, although we were blocked from reaching you, but please know that we saw the solidarity that you were preparing to show us. We salute you. Our leaders who were arrested in Kamuli, and I'll talk about that later, but we thank the people of Kamuli for always standing on the right side of history, for always refusing to be slaves in their land. We salute you. Thank you very much. I was not able to address you yesterday because we were blocked, we were tear gassed. Many of our comrades were arrested, some were, hurt. I watched with my eyes a baby girl fighting for her life in a taxi, where a police officer came and threw a tear gas canister in a taxi after blocking us. So many cars were parked behind because the road was blocked. No car could turn. They could not rush her in hospital. So I watched a baby fight for her life. But even the people among our teams that were trying to save the baby were being beat by the police. It's so shameless, shameful, but that's the country we're living in. But we salute all of you leaders that we were with in Kamuli. My message to the people of Kamuli. Number one, I am coming there and I will reach you by all necessary means. But before we come to you, I want you to know that we are not giving up. I want you to know that what you're supporting is legitimate, is moral. I want you to know that God is on your side, the law is on our side, and the people of Uganda are all on our side. Everybody is struggling for freedom, at least in our lifetime. And we shall see that day, God willing.
Don't be scared. These people were scared. You saw that they were trying to block us from reaching Kamuli. But we slowed down, which turned out to be an advantage because we were able to interact with almost the whole of Busoga, from Njeru all the way to Bupadengo. Buolero, that's near Bupadengo, isn't it? So, to the people of Kamuli, don't give up. These people, one, they are scared because they know they are illegitimate. They cannot reason us out. They cannot give any reason, any moral reason for the things they're doing. So they resort to violence. They resort to brutality. They want to provoke us to violence. We are many. We are millions. But we refuse to be reduced to violence because we know violence only begets violence. Don't fear them. They cannot stand us if we choose to stand up. And this is what we always encourage you. They cannot. They had to solicit police officers from different police stations in Busoga so they can be able to contain us. They had to pick tear gas from all police stations in Busoga to ensure that they can contain us. We did not encourage people to take them on, and yet we can. We could, overcome them and go to Busoga, or to go to Kamuli. But we decided to be the moral people that we have always been. And I continue to encourage you to be non-violent, to be moral, but to be firm and not accept to be enslaved on your own land. So my message to you continues to be that we are stronger than these immoral people. We are stronger than these rebels. And non-violence ultimately will win violence. So stand firm. To all the people of Uganda, now you know that if you rose, the whole of Uganda police was in Busoga. What if the people of Masaka rose up? What if the people of other parts of Busoga rose up? What if the people in Kampala rose up? So bana bantu betutya tubatiira bwerere singa tukera ku macha ne tumenka fena kabaka gwamo bugwi. Like I said, we shall come to Kamuli and we shall reach Kamuli. And that will not be very far from now. Yesterday, many of our comrades were arrested in Kamuli alone. More than 20 were arrested. But even before I talk about those, as I speak right now, our brother Bobi Wine was arrested yesterday. Apparently, the outfits, the NUP and People Power outfits that we wear are now declared to be military uniforms. As we speak right now, an international award-winning fashion designer called Latif Madoi is in prison because he tailored an outfit for me. I wear the outfit. They are not arresting me because so much media is focused on me. But Latif is in prison and other fashion designers are in prison for making clothes for Ugandans. That is how timid they are. We protest them through music. That's why my music is banned in Uganda. We protest them through fashion. That's why now an international fashion designer that has brought so much pride to Uganda is in prison for tailoring an outfit for me. That is what this regime has reduced itself to. I encourage you to continue morally defying them, morally resisting, because the world is with us, and one day history will write about us. Not just those, I've already mentioned that yesterday more than 20 of our staff members were arrested, including Sarah Mukisa, our administrative secretary, and the deputy head of the women wing, Rama Juma, together with comrades like Shafi Adams, like Bobby Rush, and many others. I'm told that this morning they're being taken to court, and be sure that yet another, bogus charge is going to be slapped on them. But that is not new with this regime. They one day claimed that they found 2 machine guns in my room. Up to now, I don't know where those so-called machine guns of mine disappeared from. So we will stand firm we will defy that injustice and we will defeat that injustice, God willing. I will also remind you that just 2 days ago, I went to what is supposed to be the Uganda Human Rights Commission, headed by Ewan Wangadia. In 2018, December, I reported a case to the Uganda Human Rights Commission. I petitioned against the illegal blockage of my concerts. I am an artist, a professional artist, and the law in Uganda provides that everybody shall be free to exercise and, benefit from their work. But more than 5 years, I was not given a hearing. For the first time after more than 5 years, almost 6 years, the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission gave me a hearing. And I only spoke 2 statements and I was shut up because the head of the Uganda Human Rights Commission does not want to listen to anything apart from the interests of General Museveni. And because we didn't have any option, we withdrew our petition from the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission. But I want to inform you today that that was not the end. That we went there not because we expected any positive results. We already know that all institutions of government have been captured by the regime. Every institution is serving General Museveni. We've told you before that when you're fighting against General Museveni, you're fighting against UPDF, you're fighting against the National Police, you're fighting against Bank of Uganda, and you're fighting against every other institution of state, including the Uganda Human Rights Commission. So I'm here to inform you that we are going to escalate this matter. Wangadia is not the end. We are going to petition all international human rights bodies, and we are going to seek many other remedies, including sanctions on Madam Wangadia, because she's supposed to be the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, fighting for human rights for Ugandans, but she's the #1 violator of human rights. When the families of the people that were abducted and still missing by the military, she claimed that these people are non-existent. Even when the Prime Minister of this regime came out and owned that she indeed knows where John Bosco Chibalama is, she saw him, Wangadia came out and said Chibalama is a ghost. So Wangadia is also a target for sanctions over violating human rights. Now, coming back to our tour. Yes, so many of our people were hurt. So many of our people were arrested. Bullets were flying everywhere, even when we were non-violent. We encouraged our people to be non-violent, and that is going to be our way until we win. However, I'm here to also add a voice on what our Secretary General has mentioned. Yes, we've written a protest letter, not because we expect the police to be any moral. We wanted to go on record, and just after this press conference, our senior leaders are going to deliver that letter to the Inspector General of Police, to his office. And we hope that will shake them to sobriety. But even if they don't, we want to go on record, because we know that anybody that breaks the law will be personally liable. We want to go on record so that the law can go after all those people in their individual capacity. You know what happened to Kaihura, you know what happened to Kandiho, you know what happened to all these other people, but we want sanctions on every other human rights violator, to every other person in office that abuses their office. And we shall get that, inshallah. So, because they blocked us from reaching Kamoli, our nationwide tour has not yet started. We did not go to Bugweri today because we had to come here and make it clear to the nation, and also engage the police, although we know it serves the dictator. So I hereby announce that tomorrow we are resuming our nationwide tour. Tomorrow we are going to Paris. We are not breaking any law. We are not doing anything wrong. We are a legitimate political party. We are not committing any crime. While all other political parties are going about their business, we are being blocked. We know the regime fears us, but they don't have to embarrass themselves showing fear. There could be a few people in Uganda who still support the regime. Don't show them that you're so scared of us. So we are going about our work. Like I said, we're not committing any crime. Everybody else is going up. Every other political parties and other political actors are going about their business unhindered. Why are they blocking us? Even those that are doing illegal gatherings, for example, Museveni's son is a serving military officer who is barred by the law. He's forbidden by the law in engaging in partisan politics. But he goes around politicking and nobody touches him. But the police and the military are all deployed to stop us. We are going to go about our work. You have two options. Either to leave us, either to respect the law and leave us go about our work, or engage in your criminality and go on record. Because you know that Uganda is not isolated from the rest of the world. The law will come for you. If the Ugandan law cannot get you, the international law will get you. If Ugandan institutions cannot get you, international institutions will get you. As for us, we shall continue doing what we're doing within the law, and we shall wait for you to put yourself in target for answering, because we know one day you'll have to answer internationally. Mu Luganda, njagala okubebaza mwenna abaganda bange, njagala okwebaza abakulembeze b'ebusoga olw'omulimu gw'ettendo gwe mwakoze, njagala okwebaza bafoot soldiers b'ebusoga olwa mobilisation gye mwakoze n'okutukuuma, njagala okwebaza abantu b'ebusoga olw'okuvaayo ne mweyiwa ku makubo. Abantu batambudde okuviira ddala enjeru nga tetunaba na kusala Nile, ne bagumira tear gas, ne bagumira emiggo, ne bagumira amasasi agabadde gesooza nga baagala okutulaga obumu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala bannange. Njagala n'okwebaza abantu b'ekamuli, kuba ekamuli ate y'emiggo gyatandise mangu ne tear gas yatandise mangu, naye ne mubeerawo ne mutulinda. Kyanaku tetwasobodde batuukako, ne tujja batuukako mu ngeri yonna essaawa yonna. Meseji yange y'abantu b'ekamuli, njagala obbajjukiza bannange, si mwe b'ekamuli mwekka naye okwetoloola Uganda yonna. Mwalabye nti twasobodde okutambula nga tutambulira ku sipiidi 2 okuviira ddala enjeru ne tusala bridge ne tugira ddala paka ebuwoolera kumpi ne Bupadengo. Lwaki? Kubanga bano abasajja tebamalaako bwe muba muli bangi. Babadde balina okusolooza tiagasi mu Busoga yonna, babadde balina okusolooza abasirikale mu Busoga yonna, ate nabo nga babadde tebajja kumalako naffe kubanga twabadde mitwalo na mitwalo. Twasazeewo obutalwanagana nabo, twasazeewo obutasikangana nabo, ne tukyuka ne tudda e Kampala olw'ensonga zino wammanga. Okusookera ddala twabadde twagala kujja kwogerako n'eggwanga, twabadde twagala kujja okugenda ku record okuwandiikira poliisi nga twemulugunya nga twekalakasa tubalage ebikyamu bye bali mukola, so that tugenda on record. Bino ebintu bye tukola tetubikola kubanga twagala bano abantu bakyuse empisa, nedda. Tumanyi nabo balagirwa bulagirwa kubanga Uganda efugibwa family emu. Museveni bw'aba atya NUP ne People Power ajja kubalagira bakole buli kyabusiru kye bakola. Ne twagala tugende ku record kubanga tumanye ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ezo ebbaluwa zonna ziveeyo. Tumanye ekiseera kigenda kutuuka buli akoze ekikolobero ye ng'omuntu anoonyezebwe. Kyovola tugenda ku record. Tuli basanyufu nnyo era Katonda yatuyamba nnyo ti generation yaffe is a modern generation. Everything is on record, everything is on live, everything is on camera. So none of those human rights violators will run away. Because nabadde njogera Luganda. So njagala bebaza abantu b'ekamuli, njagala mumanye nti mmwe nga bwe mwabadde abantu b'ebusoga ate kyetaaga poliisi yonna kuvaayo eyo. Abaffe singa ekyabadde Busoga kibeere Busia, ne kibeera mu Northern Uganda, ne kibeera e Bugisu, ne kibeera e Buganda, ne kibeera buli wamu, kaba kaweddemu. Bino bye tukola twagala bibalage baganda bange nti nammwe bwe munaayimuka buli wamu bano tuba tugenda Bagala. So tuba tugenda ba stretchinga. mu Luganda kigambo kye kiri ekya stretching tuba tugenda baleeguula mu nsonyi mu Luganda anti mbaire nendako balusoga n'ataamu Oluganda bano tuba tugenda baleeguula so nenda tubaleeguule bana nenda tuba stretching mulusoka kuba kugaala nenda tubagaale bana Abaganda mbaire ntegeza kubagaala kino ekyo bana nabyonadala so tukisobolera ddala we can stretch this regime. All oppressed people have only liberated themselves by rising at the same time. They cannot come and suppress the people in Busoga at the same time in Buganda, at the same time in Ankole. We need to pick from this that we are doing. So bwe mulabanga kikutte Busoga mwabe Buganda temulindanga lukute mutulindanga bagamba. Mwabakole temutulindanga bagamba. But for now njagala nnyo okubebaza. Mbadde ngamba nti nalabye omwana omuto ng'alwana okuwona. Simanyi oba bebi oyo yawonye kubanga omusirikale yazze n'asula tiyagasi mu taxi. Ate ng'emmotoka zeesibye emabega ekkubo baligadde tebalina we bataasibwa Katonda akkirize omwana oyo abe nga yawonye. Naye era bangi nnyo abafudde bwe batyo malabe bakuba tiyagasi bamukuba mu nnyumba z'abantu bamukuba mu bakadde eyo enkola ya Museveni basebo ne bannyabo. Bakutte abantu baffe bangi naye nga sinayogera nakube bakutte wano wendi wano wetwogerera banaffe bangi bali mu komera mwalabe design akikiridde Uganda ku platform nnyo okwetola ensi yonna bamukutte ne bamusiba kubanga yantungira ekyambalo nze ayambala ekyambalo kye nabaddemu n'ekyo kye nabaddemu naye bamukutte nga bagamba yatungidde kyagulanye ekyambalo. So bwe buwumba tuutu obwa regime eno bwetusseko basebo ne bannyabo. Olwo mbaire ennumi ya Lusoga tinekyo ekyo kya Lusoga nze neyogerera Lusoga lwange mumpe sisobola kuba wano nga sibajjukiza nti bannange mujjukira nti emyaka egisukka mu 5 egiyise twatwala okwemulugunya kwaffe mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu kati akakulirwa omukyala gwe bayita Wangadya naye nga bwe mumulabye ng'abantu babawamba ye n'agamba abo tebaliyo nga famire ya Kibalama n'abalala bagenda ne batwalayo ne ID ne national ID z'abantu baba bawambibwa ne bagamba nti kiwani nti abo abantu tebaliyo. Ne Nabanja Prime Minister Museveni nga yavaayo n'agamba Kibalama kituufu bamuyina ye Wangadya yagamba Kibalama si muntu muzimu. Kakati omuntu w'obwongo obwo n'endowooza eyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Simanyi oba ayina abaana simanyi oba maama naye oyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu oba zino tribunals zo zirina n'okukola faster than the courts of law. Tribunals like the Uganda Human Rights Commission are supposed to solve human rights violations faster than courts of law. But you will notice that more than 5 years since I petitioned the Uganda Human Rights Commission, they had never given me a hearing. And when they gave me a hearing, I went there, I did not even speak 2 sentences, and she shut me up because she's not willing to listen to anything other than what she wants. But then you get Uganda. Yeah. Bamala emyaka 5 nga tebampadde mukisa kujja kutanya nsonga yange mu kakiiko ne bampisa oluvannyuma lw'emyaka egigenda mu 6 saayogedde statement ziwera 2 n'abadde ntandika okwogera n'ansirisa kuba yayagala kuwulira byayagala. N'olw'ensonga eyo omusango gwaffe twaguggyeyo kubanga akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu mu Uganda tekakuuma ddembe ly'abuntu wabula kalinyirira ddembe ly'abuntu. Naye nyina essanyu bategeeza nti tebyakomye ku Wangadya. Waliwo platform nyingi nnyo okwetola ensi ezirwanira eddembe ly'obuntu. Munajjukira nti Wangadya baamugobako mu kakiiko k'ensi yonna akaddembe ly'obuntu olw'ebikolebwa mu Uganda. Kati njagala bategeeza nti Wangadya yennyini tugenda mutwala mu bukiiko obw'eddembe ly'obuntu obwetoolodde ensi yonna kuba yakulembera abatobola eddembe ly'obuntu. Era omukyalo oyo naye nga bwe mulaba Anita Amongo bwe twamututte mu platforms eziri international n'asibwako nati twagala ne Wangadya atekebweko sanctions kuba yasinga okulinyirira eddembe ly'obuntu yenyigidde mu kutulugunya abantu kubanga bw'oba gwe ofiisi yo yevunaanyizibwa ku ddembe ly'abantu ate nga gw'obikkirira abatulugunya abantu naawe Wangadya otulugunya abantu. Madamu Wangadya, you're one of the human rights violators and we're taking you to international platforms. We want sanctions against you. Kino sagadde kimukweka. Wangadya kankikutere mu Luganda naawe gwomu kubanyigiriza kubalinyira eddembe ly'obuntu era naawe twagala otekebweko natti nga bakama abo ate tumanye ekyo kijja kutuukirira. Kati nga nzeeyo kutuwa yaffe weewaawo bannaffe bangi nnyo bakwatibwa nga mwe muli ne administrative secretary waffe Madamu Sara Mukisa, mwe muli amyuka akulira abakyala mu NUP Comrade Rama Juma, mwe muli baganda baffe nga Bobi Wine nga Bashafi Adams n'abalala todo y'abantu 20 abakwatiddwa. Tegeezebwa nti ku makya baganye okubawa bondi era babasindise mu kooti. Kati kyonna kye musobola okukola mujja kikola naye tujja kuba free, tujja bagoba, tujja kufuna eddembe lyaffe, tujja kweyagalira mu nsi yaffe ate mujja bisasulira byonna byonna bye mukoze. Baagulu nga mbategeeza nti yes olunaku lwaleero twabadde tulina kubeera bugweri tetwagenzeeyo kuba twabadde tulina okukomawo tuwandike ebbaluwa eyo tugende ku record twogere n'eggwanga bamanye kye tuliko. Olunaku lw'enkya tukeera kuzambala tugenda Parisa. Nationwide tour yaffe egenda maaso. Tetulina musango gwe tukola, tetulina tteeka lye tumenya, tetulina kintu kye twonoona. Buli kimu tukikolera mu mateeka kubanga tuli kibiina ekiwandiise mu mateeka. Ekironde ffe tulina n'okuba nga tukulembera eggwanga lino. Museveni is an illegitimate president. He is not the president of Uganda. He is a bandit that took over our country 38 years ago, and every 5 years he organizes sham elections. But even in the 2021 sham elections, we defeated him. So he's illegitimate. However, we are being non-violent and we're doing everything within the law because we know we are on the right side of history. We are on the right side of the law. So we are going to Parisa tomorrow. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Questions? Ngule tuliyambale ngule olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule tulivimba mu Uganda. People power, our power mwetyamire olusogologere bukalamu tukusabira lwongere okukala ku lulimi tubenga tukuwulizanga buli kaire isuka bino isukira baba. You have heard. I will now take questions straight away because we are behind the schedule. We will take 3 questions. Any question? You have elaborated very well. Okay. I will have my brother from NTV, and then I saw someone behind, but you're the same company, Spark and NTV. Okay, let me have you have the questions, please.
Raymond Tamale from NTV. Omukulu Kyagulanyi, ekibuuzo kya Bobi Wine tokizeemu bulungi mu Buganda. Badde njagala kutegeera mwe ngaba NUP mwogera ki ku nsonga ya Bobi Wine. Poliisi ebudde negamba nti bamukute n'ebyambalo ebyefaanyiza ebyamagye era kati ali mikono gya jjati. Mwe ngaba ekibiina, are you going to follow process okulaba nga mumugyayo kubanga tekiddako bayinza oba nga mutwala mu kooti y'amagye?
Second question. Second question. They are over. Any other question? No questions. The question was about Bobi Wine, and I will ask the President to come and give us a reply to that, because still it goes as far as the other outfit. So, Mr. President, You have spoken so audibly well that the journalists have no question or clarity to desire.
Thank you very much, Comrade Waiswa. The question of Bobi Wine. Police came out and said they found him with clothes resembling military attires. All of you know that in 2021, so many of our comrades were arrested. Many of them are still in prison. They were presented to a military court, and their crime was wearing this beret. According to Uganda Police and Uganda People's Defense Forces, this is a military uniform. This is a military uniform. Anybody put this? Come here. According to Uganda Police, this is a military uniform. And many of our colleagues are in prison for dressing like that. According to them, this is a military hat. And hundreds of our supporters are in prison for wearing this. Actually, many were just picked off the streets, taken to the military detention. They have berets that they've confiscated from us. They took their picture and they charged them in the military court for wearing military uniform. Now, you've just told us that police yesterday said that having found Bobi Wine with berets like the one I'm wearing now before you, and suits like the one I'm wearing, only that his were red. He was arrested and now he's detained at JAT. JAT in full is Joint Anti-Terrorism. That is where he's detained for dressing, for having such attire. I am wearing that attire now in full view of cameras, and we wear it. They've not arrested me because they know that they are wrong. They are using that to intimidate our people. Like I told you, music is so powerful, that is why they banned my music. That is why our comrade Marinos was arrested and raped by the military as a punishment for playing my music loud. Fashion is a way of protest. We dress the way we dress because we don't fight with guns, but we beat them by dressing this way and showing up. And before long, we're even going to discover a new walking style. Those are our new youthful ways of protesting. So the regime is trying as much as possible to fight any kind of non-violent protest. These are some of our ways of non-violent protest. So the arrest of Bobi Wine is not only stupid, but it's illegal. And it puts the regime to shame. But again, putting him in joint anti-terrorism detention exposes them even further. We know before long they're going to charge him in the military court, like they charged most of our supporters. Remember that terrorists, rebels that are caught with guns, that have killed people, are not presented in a military court. They're not taken to the court martial. They're taken to an ordinary court, to a magistrate court. But our supporters and our members are taken to the military court. Why? Because they want to plant fear in us. They want to make it abominable for anybody to associate with us. But we say they are joking. We will not stop. I encourage all of you to dress in red, to put on red overall, to put on the way I'm putting on, because it is not against the law. We have challenged them to adduce evidence and convict us for wearing the way we're wearing. But because they know they cannot convict us, they know it is not illegal to dress the way we are dressing. We know the law. And we know the difference between military uniforms and our attires. But they use it for politics. Like I said, all institutions have been captured, including the military and police. That's why they behave that way. We stand with Bobi Wine. We pray for him, and we continue to demand for his unconditional release, because he's not a criminal. It is Museveni and his regime that are criminals. Thank you very much. mbadde njogera luki olwo lubadde luzungu nga lunyanguyidde nnyo. Thank you very much. I must also add that many people put on military uniforms and you see them. You see them. You've seen many of NRM MPs wearing full military uniforms with pips. You've seen artists dressed in military uniforms. But for us, it's a different story because we are so feared by the regime. Ku nsonga ya Bobi Yanga, mwenna mujjukira nti mu kalulu ka 2021 bakwata abantu baffe bangi nnyo ne babatulugunya ne babasibanga n'abalala bakyali mu kkomera. Tebabatwala mu kkooti y'abantu ba bulijjo, babatwala mu kkooti y'amagye kubanga babasanga n'enkofiira eringa eyange, babasanga nga bambadde engoye eziringa ezange. Era Bobi Yanga bamukutte lwa nkofiira eno n'engoye ezifaanana ng'ezange lwakubanga ezize zabadde mmyufu. Ne bagamba bamusanze n'engoye ez'amagye. Naye nga mumanyi bulungi nti waliwo abantu abambala engoye z'amagye zennyini ne kubanga bakolera regimu eno bo tebabakwatako. Mubalabye Baliriana Beba Andu Mwenda ne ba artist bangi bambala engoye z'amagye ne babaleka. Naye ffe bajja ne bakwata abantu baffe ne babasiba kubanga bagamba nti bambadde engoye ezifaanana ez'amagye. So okusinziira ku poliisi ya Uganda ono bwe bamusanga balaba w'amagye. Yes, tuli b'amagye naye amagye gaffe si g'abatemu ng'agaba Museveni. Fe gaffe gali non-violent. Naye engeri gye ttambulamu tubayita nabo foot soldiers. Before long ogwo nagwo gujja kufuuka musango. So ensonga gye bakwatidde Bobi Yanga teri mu mateeka n'omulundi n'ogumu. Bagezaako bateekamu fiya, bagezaako bateekamu kutya, bakifuule kikolobero ky'amaanyi, bakifuule kintu kya bulabe nnyo okwesembereza NUP. Ne tubagamba mulimba. Tugenda mu maaso n'okuwagira Bobi Yanga kubanga talina musango gwe yazizza. Nammwe mwenna okwambala ovulo ng'eyaffe ogwo si musango. Temuliza bano gavumenti ya Museveni n'abo beesasula beekweka muffe abajja ne bavumirira ovulo zaffe kubanga bazitya. Mwongere okwambala bwe nti ffe twekalakaasa mu sitayiro za njawulo. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyimba kyovola ennyimba zaffe baziwera. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyambala kyovola n'ennyambala zaffe baziwera. Bajja na kutuuka okwagala okukyusa engeri gye tutambula oba engeri gye tusalamu enviri zaffe. Mwalaba bulungi nnyo omu ku baali bakansala baffe e Masaka ng'ayambala nga Bobi Yanga yennyini bwe yeyambala n'agenda n'ayimirira mu maaso ga dictator Museveni. Baamukola ki? Baamukwata. Mulaba nti uniform zaffe zennyini ze batubbako oba ze batuwambako wano e Kamotya ne ze baawamba ku bantu baffe abakola naffe. Zennyini ze bawa abantu ne baba planting ngawo ne bagamba ffe tuli ba NUP naye tuwagira Museveni. Abo babeera baffere naye nga babambaza uniform zaffe. Naye ne kansala gwe baagula e Masaka yeyambala full attire eya people power n'agenda n'ayimirira amaaso ga Museveni. Abaffe awo mwali muzibya amaaso, awo mwali temulaba. So bafuna na Bobi Yanga byonna njagala okubeera polite naye ekigambo ekituufu nandigambye nti bya kisiru. Era talina musango. Era tuyimiridde naye. Era tujagenda maaso nga twambala engoye zaffe kubanga tetumenya mateeka. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
People power, our power. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda, people power, our power, NUP, Chibumba benimwe. Mbale kwire luga nusoga. Mbale kwire lusogo. Yali jani ngobi.
Uganda chimchakula TV yembeza ebaddewo kakati
mwebale nnyo mwebale dala. Thank you very much for the afternoon. God bless you.
Tubuddamu buto kati wenna ali eyo ng'omanyi nti byawedde tebinaggwa basiri. era ngenda berekereza aba sweetheart abalungi mwebale nnyo abekamuli mwebale nnyo abawa mwenna nange ngenda teeka kongera eddoboozi ku lya pulezidenti waffe nti mwebale nnyo kubanga mubeerako musharinge nga video kubanga kati vita gye tugendamu ya luddala si ya bulijjo so genda kubanga mberekereza abalungi mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala okubeerako.